Morning everybody, it's currently around 10 to 7 in the morning and I've got a really busy day ahead. For those of you new to the channel, my name's Andrew and I make fitness videos here on YouTube, but I'm also a doctor working in the NHS. So today I thought I'd show you what a day in my life actually looks like. And I am actually working in the emergency department later today, but that's not until 10. So I've got a few hours between now and then, so I'm hopefully gonna get to the gym. But first of all, we're gonna finish this coffee, eat this banana, and maybe watch a little bit of YouTube in the meantime. I'm literally YouTube obsessed. So it's about 20 past 7 and I've just got to the gym and I'm probably just going to keep it to upper body movements today. So bench, probably some weighted pull-ups, maybe some overhead press, a combination of those types of things. But I'm planning on running late this evening, so I don't want to do anything too lower body heavy. So that being said, I'm hoping that I shouldn't take too long in the gym, but famous last words, I've said that before. So I've only been here about half an hour, but already almost done. I like to keep my gym session short and sweet, usually between about 45 minutes and an hour. So we'll finish up the gym, nice quick session. I just did some face pulls, some overhead press, some weighted chin-ups and some incline bench. But it's now about 20 past 8. Gonna head home, grab some breakfast, get showered and then head off to work. It's funny, when I was a med student, I had to wear like a smart shirt, smart trousers, smart shoes every single day's placement. And these last 4 years working as a doctor, the only thing that I've ever had to wear to hospital are scrubs, which are basically like the equivalent of doctor pyjamas. So I've just made my breakfast and I've got my pretty standard mix of granola, chia seeds, blueberries, some mixed nuts and some full fat yogurt. And because my shift doesn't start until 10, it means I don't usually get a break until 3 or 4. So I've decided to supersize my breakfast and I've gone for some peanut butter on sourdough as well. And to complete any good breakfast, a nice cup of tea. So it's about 10 past 9, I'm gonna finish all this and then I'll head off to work. Thankfully, I'm only about a 10-minute commute away from work, which is great because it affords me so much more time in the day just to get things done. I used to have a commute of over an hour a few years back, and an hour each way, it takes so much out of your day. So I'm very lucky in that sense. Anyway, Andrew, you need to stop waffling, you need to eat your breakfast and get to work. So I've just arrived at the hospital and it's quite a lot earlier than I might normally get here. Anyone that's ever been to the emergency department before knows that it's actually pretty quiet in the morning. It's a little hidden secret, and it really gets busy in the afternoons, evenings and early night time as well. So that means that all your shifts as a doctor are skewed towards evenings. So actually to do a 10 AM till 8 PM shift is quite rare for me, and I usually do 2 till midnight shifts. So I'm hoping to take full advantage of having a block of time in the morning and in the evening, and that's why I'm going to try and run after work. I don't mind the late shifts, but finishing at midnight every single shift can be a little bit antisocial, especially when your partner doesn't do shift work and you don't see them week to week. But today might actually be my last ever shift in the emergency department, because tomorrow I start a new job as an anaesthetist in training. So yeah, really looking forward to that, and maybe I'll speak about that a little bit later. But I do need to get a move on because I've been dawdling this morning. So I've just arrived in the department and I'm just dropping my bags off now, and the next thing to do is to go see the consultant in charge of the department to find out what my allocation is for the day, so where I'll be working.
Hey, could I get a flat white, please? Sorry, thank you. So it's about 2 o'clock now and I just managed to sneak off and grab a quick coffee. It's been pretty busy so far this morning, but things are really starting to heat up, as is always the case at around this time every day. But I'm gonna drink this, get back to work, and then hopefully grab a break in a couple of hours.
So it's 4 o'clock and I've just managed to get outside for my lunch break. I've got some roasted red pepper pasta with like a cashew and almond sauce type of thing. Leftovers from last night basically. Come outside mainly so that I can film, but it's also suddenly turned into a beautiful day. You have no idea what the weather's doing when you're in A&E, because at this hospital it's like on the basement floor and there's absolutely no windows. So it's really disorientating at the best of times, let alone if you're a confused patient. So I've just been deciding where I'm going to run a little bit later. As I say, because my shifts usually finish at midnight or 10:30, I wouldn't run home from work. But with this shift finishing at 8, it gives me the opportunity to actually get 2 training sessions in. Now, this isn't something that I do every day. I usually do a double training session maybe once a week at most. And I like to do that because the way my programming works is that I usually train about 7 times a week. So if one of those days I can train twice, it means it gives me a rest day elsewhere. I've actually had to move to a shadier spot because the weather was a bit too good. But I have now been out here for quite a while, so I should probably head back. It's quite nice here though. No, I'm going. So it's about 8:10. Managed to hand over my patients in decent time, and I'm all finished with A&E. But yeah, that marks the end of a 2-year journey really, and not one that started off great. I really disliked ED when I first joined, but I think it's one of those specialties and one of those areas in a hospital
I think all doctors should work in at some point in their career, just because of the range of presentations that you see, the acuity of patients, and the skills that you can pick up and learn. But I've been there on and off for the best part of 2 years, so I think I've served my time. Anyway, I'm just walking to the car. Lil's going to meet me. She's just ran from home, actually. So hopefully I'm going to walk around this corner and see my wife. The second I started running, I became really aware of how dehydrated I am. And I always do this at the hospital. I just never drink enough water. I have like coffee after coffee. And then I get really busy towards the end of my shift, because I'm usually trying to finish on time and just going to the toilet, drinking, eating, just all those human urges like completely leave me. For anyone that's followed my channel for a while, they know that a month ago I ran a 100-kilometre ultramarathon, and I basically took 2 weeks off training right after that. So the reason that I felt I should really fit in a run today is because I'm trying to keep my running frequency quite high as I slowly build my mileage back up. So doing regular, short but easy runs, the average intensity pretty low, and the average distance on each run pretty low too. And I think that's sort of my plan for how I'm going to get back to my high training volumes, similar to where I was maybe a month before the ultramarathon. I don't know if that sky will translate on the GoPro camera that I'm filming off. Rare that I actually run at this time, as I said, because of all the shift work, and on weekends I tend to run in the morning if anything, but it is definitely one of my favourite times to run. You know, just before sunset or just around the time of sunset. It's perfect temperature, beautiful light, good way to finish your day strong, I think. I'm interested to hear what your guys' thoughts are on when's the best time to work out, be it run or gym. This last year I have got into morning workouts, but my version of a morning workout's like 7 AM or later. So all done with my run, just over 6.5k, so by my maths that's just over 4 miles. And I'll put the details somewhere up here. I have this thing, and I'm sure I'm not the only person who's like this, where you have to finish like not just on the kilometre or on the mile marker, but a little bit after. So I'm really paranoid that Strava, whenever you upload it to Strava, it seems to like take off 1% of the distance of the run. And I know it literally makes absolutely no difference, but it's just like, these little annoyances. All done with stretching, so just gonna go grab a quick shower and then it'll be time for dinner. And I'm really excited for it, it smells delicious. I brought it in, so it looks like I've made it, but it wasn't anything to do with me, it was all you, Lil, wasn't it?
Certainly was. We have got some baked salmon, some new potatoes, some tender stem broccoli, and like a cream sauce for the salmon.
Looks delicious. So it's about 10 o'clock and I've just finished doing the washing up, but I'll be honest with you, that probably won't make the vlog. Not particularly exciting content. But I've just grabbed some pudding and I've just got a bowl of grapes
and a bowl of kind of a homemade pudding, which is just peanut butter, oats, honey, and some mixed seeds. So nothing particularly exciting, but yeah, that's everything for today. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more like it, and I'll see you again next time.